What took the Niners so long to finally release him? It seemed like he's been in their doghouse a real long time. I mean, when they didn't suit him up for the Super Bowl, then they trotted him out for training camp and let him go sit in front of on the podium and talk about how he was going to have redemption. And what took them so long, Jack?
He was a second-round draft pick, and it's similar to a scholarship guy. They're going to give him as many chances as they can to fail before they're going to cut him. And on top of that, I think they were trying to trade him. They were trying to get something in return for him instead of just letting him go for free. And I think that's really what took so long. And I agree with you. I really hope he does well out in New York.
I think it took them a while because they're trying to save face a little bit because that they traded up for him so high, second-round pick, and I think initially even that was a head-scratcher to some folks. The fact that it's like, hey, he handpacked. Oh, there you go for Cohn Grant right there. I think that's a big reason why is because Shannon does not want to look wrong. He wants to look so that way he can pound his check like, yeah, baby, let's go. Dante Pettis worked out. The same reason which I'm sure they're doing internally about Jason Verrett is why they kept force-feeding us down his throat in training camp, even though he didn't look as great in training camp as some other, media members like to say. He looked all right, but, he's really stepped it out now. But anyways, yeah, I think it's because just to save face. That's why it took him forever. And I think the point got, you're like, you know what? Can't trade this guy. It's over. He's a lost cause. Let's just the hell with it.
Yep.
I think it took a while because they tried to trade him in the offseason. Nothing materialized. They were short at wide receiver come week 1, so they decided, hey, let's give this guy a shot. Maybe a trade target can materialize if he's able to go out there, put up numbers. It was clear he didn't put up anything. So that's why he went unsuited for a while. And then once he was active once again against the Seahawks and did
Sorry, I shouldn't throw those in like mid-answer, but yeah, my bad. He paid $5. I got to put it on there.
Oh, absolutely.
What's up, Sean?
And so it's basically once he did completely nothing against the Seahawks and then decided to dive into the ground like if he was covering a grenade, the 49ers said, all right, like this guy can't even return kicks for us now, so we're going to go ahead and cut ties.
I think a big issue just mid-season, I think likely I was saying they had injuries early on, so they had to keep him in the fold. But until really Sunday, there was hope they would beat the Seahawks. And there's always that worry that once you cut a guy, that Seattle's going to grab him right away. How many times has that happened in the last 10 years?
Great point.
They would have, we don't know how much Dante Pettis really knows about the playbook because he didn't get to play a lot. But he would give Seattle an advantage in that sense. And then also just going back to the Giants thing a little bit, they do have Corey Coleman on their practice squad, so they're not afraid to get busts that did not work out at their previous location and see what happens. So that could be another reason why they just are giving Pettis a flyer.
The original question was, are you surprised? What took the Niners so long? What took the Niners so long to pull the trigger on this? And what Jack said was, well, they were trying to trade him. They might want to build up his value. And it seemed like they were trying to do that during training camp, but they didn't play him in the Super Bowl. They gave him one target all season. They didn't do a very good job of building up his value. Maybe they felt that actually playing him would only hurt his value. And after seeing that kick return, there's probably something to that. But there was no real campaign to say Dante Pettis is playing great in practice like they did with Jason Verrett. It just seemed like they kind of ruined his trade value and kind of embarrassed him, borderline humiliated him, especially in the Super Bowl. And now they held on to him way long. He shouldn't have made the 53-man roster. I don't think.
Nah.
If this is what the plan was, to give him one target and be like, nah, he still stinks. He still stinks. So if you're just going to end up cutting him, I felt like the Niners were a little indecisive on this one. They should have shown the conviction they showed with Joe Williams, Sorry. Kind of similar.
I was happy about that Joe Williams pick. I just got to say.
Me too. I liked it. He ran for 8,000 yards against the UCLA in one game.
Yeah. And that wasn't the only team he ran for 8,000 yards against either.